Have you ever wondered how a hacker can trick a network switch into behaving like a hub? In today's video, we are going to learn about a network attack called MAC flooding attack and see how it works, why it's dangerous, and how to stop it. Ready? Let's begin. A MAC flooding attack is a technique used by hackers to overwhelm a switch's MAC address table, also known as CAM table. What is the MAC address? A MAC address is a 6-byte hexadecimal number written on every network interface card. Basically, it's an identifier that every device uses to identify itself on the network. So in order to understand the MAC flooding attack, we first need to look at how a network switch normally works. A switch is a networking device that connects all the devices together on a network. And a switch is considered a smart device because a switch learns the MAC addresses of connected devices and stores them in its MAC table. This allows the switch to send data only to the intended destination. For example, if PC1 wants to talk to PC2, PC1 sends data to the switch and the switch looks at its MAC table and the matching port and sends the data only to PC2. It's private, efficient, and secure. Okay, now before switches, hubs were being used on a network, but the difference is hubs are not smart devices like switches because they don't use MAC address table. So when a device sends data to the hub, it is broadcasted to every single device connected to the network. Every device receives the data whether it was meant for it or not, which creates a lot of problems. That is the main reason hubs are considered dumb devices and are not being used anymore. Now the question is how MAC flooding attack works. This is how it works. When a hacker wants to expose the private data of a network, he uses a MAC flooding. He connects to the network and uses a tool like MACoff to bombard the switch port with thousands of fake MAC addresses every single second. The switch tries to learn and store each MAC address. Within moments, the switch's MAC table completely runs out of space because it has a fixed amount of memory, so it cannot hold so many addresses. Now the switch can no longer remember where the legitimate devices are. So what happens? When a switch's brain gets full, it doesn't crash or turn off. Instead, it falls back to a fail-safe state, known as fail open state, which means switch downgrades itself into a dumb network hub because it can no longer store new MAC addresses. It turns to unicast flooding. This means any new data packet entering the switch gets bombarded to every single port on the network. This creates a security risk because guess what? Who is sitting silently on one of those ports running a packet sniffer like Wireshark? The hacker. Suddenly, private emails, passwords, and sensitive data are being delivered right to the hacker's screen. And it also leads to other attacks, such as man-in-the-middle attack. How to stop MAC flooding attack? Here are some common protection methods. Enable port security. Limit the number of MAC addresses allowed on a switch port. Use sticky MAC addresses. Allow the switch to learn trusted MAC addresses and lock them to specific ports. Implement network monitoring. Monitor for unusual MAC address activity. Use 802.1x authentication. Ensure only authorized devices can connect to the network. Segment the network with VLANs. Reduce the impact of an attack by separating traffic. Okay, so in conclusion, a MAC flooding attack fills a switch's MAC address table with the fake entries, causing the switch to flood traffic and potentially expose sensitive network data. Understanding this attack helps network administrators build more secure and resilient networks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more networking and cybersecurity content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.